Hi, welcome to Cigar Store Confessions. I'm your host, Colin,
And I'm Tyler.
and we're joined by our very special friend, Amin Emami.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining
Thank
us.
you. Yes.
You're a busy man, Amin.
Some days that's an understatement, and some days, I say maybe it's an overstatement. Depends on my day, but yes, I try to keep busy. Yes.
You keep me busy, that's for sure.
Bro. Oh, I can cuss. We can cuss.
Oh, yeah. So
Good. So, yes, you were fucking up all those fucking cigar prices all the time, bro. I had to always fucking come in here and be like, bro, why are these prices going up and down every day?
Inflation.
Inflation. It's like I'm like, come on, bro, we gotta redo this, and it's like bundles and bundles. He's like, oh shit, I forgot that bundle. Oh shit, I forgot this one.
The
Poor
bags
guy.
of separate cigars as well.
Yeah,
Whole
that's
mess.
okay.
But we got it cleared
we
up.
got it done.
We got it done.
We got it done.
Yeah.
That's good, bro. Thank you, bro.
Absolutely.
Thank you, bro.
It's looking great in there now.
What are you smoking?
Got your double Lancero here. Oh, no, this is your single Lancero.
That is not a
That's
single
the double.
Lancero.
Just
Look at the
Lancero.
size of that.
This is a double?
Look,
Pompey?
Look at that.
Holy shit, I may have smoking the double.
that
I
is
didn't
a
know.
dabble. But that's the one you want to smoke.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why
Because
does he
That
want
is the
to smoke?
special one.
Tell
Why
us
does it
why
want-
he wants to smoke them.
Well, first, never mind. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this a little more professional
Let's
for us today.
let's keep it above the belt. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Uh,
So I named that after my son. So
Yes.
it's very special to me. One, and two is that it has 7 years aged tobacco. So when you're talking about flavor and the quality of that tobacco, especially
Yeah.
being a Lancero because you have less filler in it, and now that you have that very specially aged tobacco over that, I mean that's like the cream of the crop.
Oh, absolutely.
So a very special cigar.
And it's close to you. It's special to you.
Yeah, because I named it after my son, so that
Absolutely.
when one day he grows up like you, I can be like, son,
Get into
this is
cigars.
your cigar.
Yeah, absolutely.
and he'll say, I know, Dad, you've been telling me
I'll
that.
be like,
for
you know what I
years."
mean?
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I saw you earlier. You looked at me. You're like, "This is."
Amin.
How do I say his name?
Amin. It's Amin, not I mean. Amin.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's hilarious. The story.
Keep that in the notes.
Yeah.
And you have been so generous in gifting me a Komodo.
Yes, because I
Togo.
know how much you love
Oh,
that
yeah.
Komodo.
It's delicious.
You like the bite of the dragon.
The bite. The poisonous
The
bite.
venomous. The
Venomous
mordedura venenosa.
Ah, the
The
venomous.
venomous bite. Poisonous bite, venomous bite.
I said poisonous bite in that little review I did.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
Either way.
Poisonous
Poison,
is when you bite into something. It's poisonous.
Right.
Yeah.
Venomous is when you get struck by it or
see,
bit by it.
Bro.
You should have done.
This is.
And you know what
I
this
knew.
cigar does? That cigar bites you back.
It
So,
does.
Yeah.
the
It
venomous
does.
bite.
Tongue and all. Look at that. Every cigar has a Komodo tongue on it
Mm-hmm.
because of their deadly venom.
Yeah.
Now, percentage-wise,
Uh-huh.
60+%.
I'm not going to tell you exactly how many
Okay.
percentage, but I'll tell you this. It's over 40%.
It's over 40.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to stick with 60
Okay.
because that's a better sell.
I like that because you're like, it's triple, like 60. I saw that video and I was like, that kind of makes sense. 60 triple. All right. I'll take it.
Math was never my strongest suit.
Yeah. It's
But-
okay. Mine either.
Yeah. Well, you're a business owner. That
I'm
might be a little
joking.
more
I'm joking. I'm joking, okay?
Oh.
I have to know math all the time. Yeah.
So, let me ask you something.
Sure.
What got you into the cigar game?
Oh, man. Well, I've loved cigars since I was like 20 years old. And on and off, I smoked a lot of different types of cigars. And by the time I was like in my 30s, I was like obsessed. And like smoking so much cigars, like thousands of dollars a month, in cigars. And for me, being a business guy and just loving it and being passionate about it, it just clicked. And I was like, why am I spending all this money on all these different cigars?
Mm-hmm.
What if I made my own cigar? And controlled the quality and bought the tobacco a certain way, my own blends. And, I invested that thousands of dollars into something that I'm more passionate about is mine. So that's kind of how the whole idea started brewing. Yeah. So yeah, that was the first initial. I need to do my own cigar.
So your motivation was it's cheaper to own my own cigar company.
I
than
wouldn't
spend
tell you.
thousands of
I
dollars.
would not. No, it is
Wouldn't
not cheaper.
recommend that to
It
the
is
odd
definitely
person.
a lot more expensive. But at least, I have control of it and I'm doing something that I love and I'm contributing to the masses and letting them enjoy it as well. It's a very satisfying thing when somebody tells you, out of the blue they see me, they're like, oh, they see my hat or something. Oh, Imami, I saw your cigar there. It was great. And you hear that. It's just,
Mhm.
it's a good feeling.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, you're
So-
certainly building the legend.
Oh, well, thank you. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it. You're giving me a lot of
Absolutely.
you're giving me a lot of pat on the back here. I gotta make sure. I'm leaving in a few hours. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen out there. I better be getting the same treatment when I walk out of this door from someone else. Come on now. You're setting up a bar real high for me.
Uh-huh.
No,
That's
thank
what we
you.
do.
No, I appreciate you, bro.
Well, you've
Thank
treated us very well as
Absolutely,
well, so
absolutely.
it goes two ways.
Oh, I
From
love you guys, man.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the first time I walked in here.
My grandpa smoked one of your cigars, and
Bro, it was the best. You mind if I share it, right?
Go ahead.
So, I came in here and the first moment, I think it was you, Grandpa. I think your dad was here too.
he may have been,
I
yes.
think your dad was
I think
here
we sat
too.
around right here.
It
at
was a round table, taller
Yes,
round
sir.
table. And I came in, introduced myself, and I think it was you that I talked to first because that's who I talked to on the phone saying I'm going to be coming by.
Yeah.
And then Gary, Grandpa, was like, "Who's this?" And you were like, "Oh yeah, this is Amin from Emami Cigars, local guy." And Gary was like, "All right, let me try it."
Yeah.
Pulled out a couple different sticks and he lit one up, smoked a little bit, asked me some questions, just getting to know each other, and then put it down. I was like, "Oh shit." What is it? He put that one real early, just lit up with the other one, and then started smoking it. And I'm like, "Oh boy, I hope he really likes this. I might not like it. That's why he put it down." And then he's like, looked at you. He's like, "What's the price?" You were there too. And then I think he just said, "Why don't we just bring them all in?
Yeah.
Give it a try."
Exactly that.
Just like that. And I was like, "Man, that's so awesome." And I just was like, I just had that connection at that moment. I was like, "Oh, that's love." That he wants to do that and get us in that quick. And that was like when.
And I don't even necessarily think it was the cigar that sold him. It was your whole demeanor when he walked in.
Yeah.
Like you're just an awesome, down to earth guy. You have a great energy behind you, and my grandpa can sense that. Of course, I sense
Oh.
that. Colin, I know, sense that.
Absolutely.
And
So
you're
I
a hell of a
still-
salesman.
Oh my God.
A hell of a salesman too. I mean,
my God.
you're like a little vulgar when people come in here. It's awesome. It really is awesome to watch.
Oh my God.
Better than most of my sales reps, I'd say, in
Oh.
that sense. None of them pounce to it. So it
Well, it doesn't
cool.
help that it's like I'm
Bounce to it.
behind the bouncing. This is gonna go crazy. This interview podcast, whatever you want to call this, is gonna go sideways real quick.
It's okay.
And we're starting to drink. What are we drinking right now?
We have a McAuliffe.
The what?
McAuliffe.
McAllen.
We're talking
Thinking
about
cigars.
Emami.
Yeah, I know. Talking about cigars.
I love it.
Macallan 15-year vintage. So
That's a great one.
And
Great,
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, you need
for the
that with
sugar
Komodo.
heads out there.
You need the Komodo.
Need it
No,
for that
I told him
venomous
I got a
bite.
Komodo for him. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
first thing he did is like,
Get a
"What, got a
Coca-Cola?"
Coke?"
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Cheers,
I've
guys.
yet to smoke a Maduro. I'm too scared.
I like them both, but I think I like the Connecticut better.
Really?
Something about
The
the
flavor?
flavor profile in the Connecticut.
It's that Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper.
Oh yeah, I love a good Ecuadorian.
It gives that
Connecticut.
natural sweet,
Mhm.
types of flavors in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe because it kind of takes the edge off a little bit. It's because it's the same strength with
Inside.
both cigars.
Yeah, inside.
Mhm.
Yeah. But then that the whole profile changes with just that wrapper change,
Mhm.
right?
Absolutely. Take a shot every time we say absolutely, all you viewers at home.
This is gonna become a drinking game.
You will see by the end of it.
Yeah.
Lots of absolutes are out here.
I don't know
Oh
how
my
we got
God.
into that.
I don't do maybes. I don't do kindas. I do fucking absolutes.
That's funny.
You ever seen that?
An absolutely counter. I
Mhm.
like that idea.
That would be funny.
No, I appreciate you guys. I mean, you guys have been kind to me. and you guys are probably one of my favorite, not only just family and people in general, but one of the best lounges too. You know, it's very chill. Every time I come in here, everybody's just having a great time, just good atmosphere. So if you haven't came by at Churchill's in Topeka, you got to get your ass in here.
Absolutely.
Great selection of different smokes, not only just Emami, but like you guys have. I mean, how many brands you got in there now?
I know we have around 1,100 open boxes.
Wow.
When the shelves are full. Companies, I would say it's around the 15 to 20 marker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe even approaching 30.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's
Yeah,
more than that.
depending. Yeah, we have a few smaller companies as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you have all sorts. I mean, you have like name brands, big brands, boutique brands,
Absolutely.
newcomers. I mean, if you think about my brand, you know, like 2 years ago,
Yeah, you
that
started
was
off
brand,
as a
brand new.
well, and I would still consider you more on the boutique end or
Uh-huh.
boutique end.
Uh-huh.
But you're definitely growing fast and steady. From what I've heard, talking
Yes.
with you and
Well,
our
you've built
sales
up
on our
quite
end.
the fan base here.
Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
I mean,
baby.
you just coming in here, you see everyone stands up to greet you. Hey,
Aw.
I'm Mommy. How's it going?
Oh,
But you know,
I love it.
yeah, we love having you here.
Oh,
Absolutely.
thank you, bro. Yeah, I love coming here too. And like I said, the people, I mean, yeah, the energy and the love is unmatched.
Absolutely, it is.
So, what do you think of that so far?
It's very smooth. Stop fucking laughing.
We have
I said absolutely three times.
What did
in
he
a
call
row.
himself earlier? He said, "I'm the what
The
guy?"
Jamie.
The Jamie.
From the Rogan.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Call him. May I see your lighter?
Yeah,
of course, please.
No, wait.
He's
Hold on. Hold on. This is their adjuster on the bottom.
Oh shit.
And then you go.
Absolutely.
What would we do right now?
Okay. There's an adjustment on that one.
That could be a new title. Absolutely honest. Cigar store confessions.
That would be kind of. I do like that, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely.
We do say absolutely a lot. I don't know.
I don't know how we got into that habit.
It's a big word. It's the biggest one we use. The biggest word we use.
It's one of those sales words, you know. Like,
I can absolutely guarantee you're gonna love this cigar.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Well,
like
thank
the way
you.
you smoke.
Well, yeah, and I mean that.
Well, thank you.
It's very. But to go off your original question,
Uh-huh.
it's very mild, very smooth.
Uh-huh.
No pepper. If any pepper, it's like a very white pepper.
Uh-huh.
Very light.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a, not necessarily like earthy, but like, I don't know. You ever like walk through the trees
Uh-huh.
and you kind of get that evergreen
Yes.
smell and flavor in your mouth? That's kind of what I'm getting from it. It's
You're
really
getting
fresh.
tree.
Well, really fresh.
That's great.
Not tree.
Hold on a second. You're gonna stop drinking that drink.
It's really fresh.
Like woodsy.
Woodsy, I'd say. Yeah. Like
Wintergreen.
Wintergreen.
like a bourbon.
Menthol.
I don't know how to
He's got
describe it.
menthol stuck in his nose. Now he's gonna say, "We're gonna get to him." What do you taste? Well,
Mint.
No, but it's very smooth, medium, no fullness at all behind it.
Yeah.
Very little white pepper.
Yeah, true medium cigar.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
a finesse cigar.
Hmm?
Like you take your time with it. No hard puffs, you know.
no, and it
So
doesn't.
if you
burn
ever
hard.
feel like it's getting like tree, you just take a little smoke.
I might be burning a little hot.
you might be burning that double lead zero down a little too quickly.
It's a great smoke, though.
I love it.
I'm still learning how to smoke.
Yeah, no, you know, you're a professional smoker.
It's in your blood.
It's in your
boy.
blood.
Blood, third generation.
Third generation. Mm-hmm.
Your jacket looks nice too, bro. I think I told you that earlier.
Yeah.
The color's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do appreciate
I'm over here in a fucking this, and you guys are like
You're branded.
jackets and.
You're repping the brand.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have given you guys some brands. Shit,
I would
come on.
take a
Mommy
hat.
smoking jackets.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, with the
With the
little
black and white.
holders that have like free put the cigars in
Mhm.
there too.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
With the black and white too. Like,
Oh.
just like the hoodie. You're half and
yeah.
half.
Oh, I'm getting on that.
All right.
I'm calling China tonight. They're gonna be like,
Absolutely.
they're actually waking up. They are waking up in like an hour, hitting me up every night.
Hello?
Hello, Amin.
I need to smoke.
Your lighter is ready.
What do we got next?
Yeah. Oh my god.
So, are you excited for the PCA coming up? I know it's your
Super
first
excited.
time.
Super excited. One is it is because it is my first time. Two is that, this is the biggest thing for any cigar company. When you
It's
get
super.
there, it's like the Super Bowl, and it's like once you're in there, you're participating. It's like a stamp of you already made it to this far.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then now it's more about let's get to the masses.
Hmm.
You know, get everywhere in the U.S. and then eventually global.
Absolutely, and
It's a big
that's
deal.
your end goal is to go global.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah.
As it should be.
So
Yeah.
yeah, as that should be. Yeah. So yeah, PCA is going to be a huge deal. We're super excited. Coming up in April, we're going to be riding down there. I'm taking everything with me. I'm like, I'm not shipping anything. I don't want
You
my first.
shouldn't.
I walk into the first show and then it's just me. Hello,
Yeah, nothing there.
it's me.
Right.
I tell you everything about it. So yeah, we're gonna drive it all up there.
And it's your first year
15
as
hour
an
drive.
exhibitor too, which is
Hmm.
pretty unique. Most people start in the industry as, sales rep or working in a shop and then kind of building off on their own company
Right.
or family owned, but you kind of just started from the ground up, as you were
Yeah.
saying earlier.
Yeah. I mean, I had to decide what I wanted to do when I wanted to do something with the cigar business, and I knew manufacturing directly that was going to be a tough nut for me to crack. So then I said, okay, well, I can have my own brand and I can have someone that is a good manufacturing behind them and partner up with them and have them, really make good cigars for us for the brand. And yeah, that was a decision that I had to make.
So hobby turn profession. It's
Yes,
pretty cool.
yes,
Pretty cool.
yes.
What made you get into cigar smoking? Was it your dad smoked cigars, your grandfather smoked cigars,
No,
or
no, actually, none of them. Yeah, my dad, I mean, I think he smoked maybe cigarettes once in a while, but no cigars, no pipes. Grandfather was a big pipe smoker.
Mm.
And I always enjoy the smell of pipes. Every time somebody smokes and I smell it, it's like, oh, I remember I was
Yeah.
growing up with my grandfather. But cigar wise, I think it was mainly like just it was a cool thing for me at
Yeah.
first. Growing up as a young kid, like watching movies and you see these big actors, smoking these cigars, and it's always been like a
Yeah,
sophisticated,
classy and
classy thing.
more of a wealthy kind of deal.
Right,
In a
and then,
sense,
and,
yeah.
and I was always intrigued by that, so that's kind of the reason why I wanted to try it out, and then I just
Fell in love
loved
with
it.
it. Yep.
So,
What was your first cigar you smoked? Do you remember?
oh, it was bad. I thought I knew everything about cigars.
Like
I did not
Swisher
know it
Sweet
was
Bat, machine
Phillies.
rolled. Oh,
It was Phillies, and I think I inhaled, and it was a very bad situation. But that was like I think I was like 17 years old, something like that.
surprised you came back to it. A lot of people, bad experience, they won't go
I
back
mean,
to it.
I didn't come back till I was in my 20s.
Okay, so it did take you a
So
little.
it took me a few years
Okay.
to come back. And I think, it was a couple of my friends that were like, oh, no. I told them the experience. Like, no, you don't know what you're doing. Let me show you. And then it was my friends that really kind of brought me in. And then I started realizing, oh, yeah, this is a whole new thing. And then started liking it. And I started really investing time into learning about
Yeah.
cigars, like how it's made, the tobaccos and things like that. Like that was the obsession and learning and smoking so much. And then I was like, oh, I think I want to do my own. I think I am ready after 15 years of education and doing all the smoking.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready.
Hmm.
So,
And cigars, that's not the only thing you do, right? You own a
mm-hmm,
few other
mm-hmm,
companies, if I'm correct.
mm-hmm.
If you want, you can shout those out,
Sure.
get a
I
little
mean,
visual on them.
I own a IT computer business in Lawrence, Kansas called UNI Computers. And then I also have a edibles business,
Okay.
Black Diamond CBD.
Mm-hmm.
I have a manufacturing that I do a lot of things that come out of China. That's more private. I have my own like small clientele,
Yeah.
but volume.
Yeah.
So they'll call
Absolutely.
me and say, hey, for example, like you might call me and say, I mean, we want to do 1,000 of this type of pipe. 2,000 of this type of pipe.
Yeah.
I'll make a call. We'll make that pipe like the way you want it, molded the way you want it, and bring it into your shop.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So I mean, anything. I mean, anything you see in here, we can probably manufacture, but it has to be on a volume base.
Yeah.
So we do that, and then obviously Emami Cigars.
The best.
So thank you. I have my hands full.
Yeah, you're a busy man, as Colin was saying earlier.
Mhm.
I mean, we're lucky to see you as much as we do,
Right.
and I
It's
think
all
it's
about
because you
making
live
time.
so close. Yeah,
It's about making time. I mean, I work
absolutely.
90 hours a week. So,
Man,
when you think about, there's not much time left, especially, wife, kids, things
yeah.
like that, family, friends. So you got to be able to kind of juggle things around and make the time for special people like you.
Hey, we
And
appreciate
you.
that.
And
Really,
Warms
we
you.
our
do.
hearts. Warms our
Yes,
hearts.
yes, yes, yes.
Now, the cigar industry is not an easy thing to break into. So, did you know somebody else on the manufacturing side or company side, rep side?
Don't give
Reps
away
for
too many
sure.
secrets, you know.
No, no, it's
Don't
okay.
spill all the beans.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two.
A couple of beans.
Couple of beans
Couple
on the
of
table.
beans. No, I mean, I knew obviously a lot of reps, because you go to cigar lounges, you meet them all the time.
Right.
You ask questions, you learn about, what they're doing and how they're operating a little bit, but that's not, you don't learn anything much about how to start your own brand from that.
And a lot of reps, they kind of keep the company's secrets to themselves,
Right.
unless you deal with them quite often.
Some of them like to gossip.
Well, some of them do, but
Yeah.
You can't deny that.
yeah. There's a lot of different critters around here.
Yeah.
That's funny. So, I just put the word out, in Lawrence, there's a lounge there, and, I was sitting smoking, and, a young kid, his name is Ray. I'll do some shout outs today. Ray came in and he was smoking with me. He's from Miami, was going to college at KU, studying law, and conversations just came about. And I said, I've been really trying to, bring my own brand out. He's like, oh, really? My dad is actually a very big criminal lawyer in Miami. He's one of his best friends is the My Father guys, and, big clients, and I might have some connections for you. I said, bro, that would be amazing if you can put me with somebody or somehow to get this off the ground.
Yeah.
That would be like, I would, be very grateful. Down the road, a few months later, he called me and he said, do you remember that conversation? I said, of course. He said, well, I got a buddy. His name is Nick, and he started his own brand, and he knows a guy, and he can help. Do you want to put him on the phone? I said, let's do it. And put me on the phone with Nick from El Mago. So that's how we're El Mago. When I saw the El Magos in there, I was like, that's my bro.
And how old is Nick, real quick, before
When he started the company, he was 22. I think he's 26 now.
really young kid.
Yes,
And
yes.
I've met him before.
Oh, you did?
I think I have.
Uh-huh.
He was at PCA last year, was he
Mm-hmm.
not? I did meet him then.
Mm-hmm.
Kid is insanely knowledgeable about tobacco and
Mhm.
cigars.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
He's just the nicest guy.
Yeah,
I
very
love the
down to
guy. So
Very
I
down
just talked to him on the way here. Actually, we were talking on the phone, talking about some things that we're gonna do at PCA. But yeah, I mean, Nick is the reason. Without Ray putting me in touch with Nick, and Nick putting me in touch with the guy that actually owns the factory, which is Miguel, MGE factory in Esteli, that both of our brands actually come out of there right now. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way I would have fast tracked everything to this point because one, the industry is so tight niche, you just don't get in, or you get in that they want something crazy from you,
Yeah.
or you get somebody that you think is good and they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Scheming against you in a way, yeah.
In a lot of ways, or like, they're just not good. They're just come out in the industry thinking that, they're going to sell you on being a good manufacturer, but they're not. So, being connected like that through that connection and just fast tracking everything is a blessing.
And to find that in Lawrence, Kansas, out of all places, is.
And Ray,
I mean,
I think Ray walked in. That was his first time that walked in.
Yeah, that does not happen. That is
like
the
and
really
I wasn't
perfect
even
person to be there at that time.
The craziest part is that not only I think that was his first time, but I was actually not going to go that day. And I ended up somehow, wanted to go see my friend, and I ended up going, and I met him, and I mean, we're here after that.
Mm-hmm.
The world sometimes works in that mysterious way, just putting things together for you.
Absolutely.
So very blessed, very grateful for that. Love you, Nick. Love you, Ray. Love you, Miguel. Shout out to you guys, El Mago, MGE, and Emami Cigars is here because of you guys. So thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Yeah,
That's a crazy story, actually.
Yeah.
Very, very funny. And how
Hmm.
long ago did you start the company? You're newer to it, 4 years.
So me and Nick's conversation that happened in April, May of 2022. And then I got some different tobaccos, some different, blendings done just to try it out and kind of go back and forth before launching the company. And that was like in June, July of 2022. And then I put the company together, all the legal work, everything else that went behind it. I really launched it in December of 2022.
So you're looking on 3 to 4 years of this right
Oh,
now.
less than that.
Less than that,
Less
yeah.
than that, two and
Two
a
to
half.
three, yeah, 2.5. Oh
Something like
wow,
that,
yeah.
right? Yeah, 2.5.
22. Yeah, it's 25 now. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Well, remember, end of 22, December.
Oh yeah. Even
So,
shorter.
yeah.
Wow, you got far. Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome. That
Thank
really
you.
is.
Thank you.
Well, you've certainly been putting in the footwork at 90-hour work weeks, man.
You have to. You have to, in any business, you kind of have to starting it from ground up. When I got into this business, it wasn't like, I had like millions of dollars I was just going to throw into it.
Mm-hmm.
I put a good chunk, of course, but, it needed that ethic, work ethic to be put in to bring things forth. I mean, my first cigars, it was naked band. I had no bands.
I remember that. I'm actually smoking one.
No
You're
bands,
smoking one of those,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is.
no bands, and no boxes.
No bands, no
Mhm.
boxes. We had a fresh pack that we rolled out with the 5 different cigars, and now we have what, 16? Yeah, 16 different line
Mm-hmm.
and accessories and all sorts of different things.
Yeah, for like 2.5 years, you're doing incredible, in my
Thank you
opinion.
so much. Thank you.
I'm newer to the industry, of course, but I've heard stories of many companies coming and going very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so to say that you're still here, I would say you're doing very well.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much,
Yeah.
man.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
And like, what makes you keep going on these 90-hour work weeks? Is your family that? What drives you to work so hard?
Well, one, I'm passionate about it,
Mm-hmm.
so that helps. It does help that it's something that I really enjoy. I do enjoy the creativity part of the blending and just I don't know, something like the whole part of like knowing that I created something that I not only I can enjoy but the masses can enjoy is a good feeling for me. And the feedback you get is what pushes you.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the aspect of, I have a family and I want to leave a legacy.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I wanted to always build something that I'm very passionate about on a mass scale. And that way, my son, when he grows up, I can say, you can have this if you like. Yeah. And hopefully he does, and I can hand
That's
it
a
down,
beautiful
and
thing.
I can just keep going after generations and generations. So the legacy part of it has to do a lot with it, and then
We're really big with family around here, as you
yeah,
know. So yeah, that's awesome to hear on that
mm-hmm,
as well.
mm-hmm,
That's very much the spirit of the cigar industry overall. I
mm-hmm,
mean, all of these brands are legacy. It's
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
generations and generations, sometimes hundreds of years back.
Yeah,
you just
So,
are starting it now, which is
mm-hmm.
really cool. 100 years from now, it'd be amazing to see. We probably won't be here, but
I know,
it
but
will.
man,
I'm.
that's the dream.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
dream for me is that something that I can put into this earth that can keep going and going and going in the family, and you know, and everyone else enjoying it and reading it one day and saying, "Oh my God, that's how it started."
hmm
Now, do you have anyone that helps you in this, or are you just by yourself on the road?
So on the road, I'm pretty much by myself right now at this age of this company. But I have many people helping me in different aspects, right? So, but as far as like the marketing, a lot of this stuff, we actually brought on someone that is going to help us with the media. We're gonna his name
shout
is
out
Chuck.
Chuck.
It's our guy Chuck behind the
So he's
camera.
actually doing this right now too.
He's back there as red as a tomato. He's all fleshy right
Yeah,
now.
so he's on board, and eventually here soon we'll probably bring on some reps. We have a very close someone that I'm looking for a rep,
Who?
and he's
Another
very
guy at the
close.
table.
He's very close. I think it's getting warmer and warmer.
Oh.
So,
Well,
well,
he'll be a
you
phenomenal rep.
are. This is now
Is this an
news to the
announcement?
masses.
Oh, man.
Okay, that you are my first on the list coming in to be our first Emami Cigars repping the Midwest, this region. So
And
I'm excited for that.
I'm honored to be the first.
No, thank you,
That you
man.
take me into consideration. I really
Yeah, man.
appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I love you. You know, you're always been a nice person, and just in general, and you do a great job. So
Appreciate
I'm
it.
sure when that, and you were the one that actually even suggested it. I think,
Yeah.
hey, you know, if you're looking for someone, Colin might be someone.
Tyler's been trying to get rid of me.
That was my response. I said, "What's wrong with Colin? Why are you trying to get
Get
rid of
this
him?"
guy out of here.
I absolutely dread the day he leaves us.
Oh.
But I would rather see him grow than be stuck here. So,
And I love that.
yeah, absolutely.
Because I
Got
asked.
tears in my eyes. I love this guy. He's awesome. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Cut this shit out. You do not get me teary eyed.
Oh,
It's the whiskey. It's
man.
not me. It's a smoke. It's
This is
fucking
real
smoke.
talk
It's
here.
whatever. But no,
No,
when
I
you
love
told
you
me
guys,
that, I was like, hold on a second. What's going on? What's wrong with him? Why are you getting rid of him? Why are you pawning him off to me? But you're like,
He's an
no,
amazing guy.
he's amazing. You know, he's been wanting this. And we just can't grow him into that position.
Plus, he's going to be my rep.
Yes.
And I'll get the best deals there are.
That's right. That's right. We're going to have a conversation
That
about
is-
it.
That is true
We're-
musa right
That's
there.
gonna be, we're going to have some
got you
conversation.
this guy.
Wow. Hold on a second here. I'm going to have to rethink this. Can you delete this? Delete this whole sketch.
Yeah, but I'm not going.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
no.
too good. I got you this job. You owe me big time.
Oh, can you imagine? Like,
You know, Mike Stouse. I got him that job.
Oh,
You know.
Boveda guy.
Yeah,
He's a good guy
my
too.
grandfather got him that job.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he loves talking about that.
Yeah, he's a nice guy too.
You can cut that part out though, Chuck, right there.
That's funny.
Shout out Mike Stouse.
Our Mo Beta man. Awesome
That's
guy.
funny.
Great guy.
So yeah, I do a lot of things right now, and especially now going to the PCA, that's going to be a huge expansion for the company. So obviously, I have a lot of guys on the list that I'm bringing on. You know, one being Chuck is already kind of on board a little bit, and you know you're coming on, and there's like 3 or 4 people in logistics and you know the operations that are coming on, and
And you know, if you ever need a model to model your cigar, I'd be happy.
The tree.
for it. The hand.
the smoke in the tree.
I'd be
Awesome.
happy to hear hand models. holding your
I will let you do that and not be the sales guy. You're like, well, I'm getting a taste of tree.
Smoking a little bit of
I'm
that.
smoking the tree. I was like, fuck, man.
Earthy.
this
I
is-
should have said earthy. I had to take all that.
You
back.
did say earthy.
I
You said
know.
earthy, and then you said tree.
Tree.
I said, oh, man.
Fresh.
this is
I
not
meant like
good.
fresh. Fresh like a tree.
That's funny.
The smell of a fresh tree.
That's funny.
It's a great smoke, though. I wouldn't
you.
be smoking it if it wasn't good, you know?
Oh,
I'm very picky.
you're so
Very
nice.
picky.
You're a nice guy.
I'm extremely picky about what I smoke.
So for the PCA this year,
Hmm.
do you have any expectations, any hopes of how many new accounts you're going to bring in?
I have goals. Expectations, I'm always the type of guy that likes to look at the positive things in everything.
Sure.
So even if it doesn't meet like my goal, I'm super gonna be grateful just being there, right? So at the end of the day, if my goal is, let's say, I want to close 60 accounts, you know, but I only close, let's say, 30, I'm still gonna be very grateful. One is because that's 30 more than I've ever had, and you know, there's gonna be a domino effect after that. But just being there in that presence and letting the masses know who you are and meeting people great in the industry, some of the bigger guys, and getting to network with that's
The
huge for me.
exposure you get, though, is the
tremendous.
crazy thing.
Yeah.
You have people from, China, Ireland,
25
all over the
different
world.
countries.
Yeah, you have people, and that's company-wise.
Uh-huh.
You might have some people. There's a trade show in Germany, I know, and in China. So I don't know if you'll get any, say, realtors or not realtors, retailers. Look, what?
Hold on. Let me put some water in this one for you. The McAuliffe.
I don't drink very often.
It's okay. I love you, bro. Cheers. I haven't been even drinking mine. Hold on, let me go.
But the
Your Coca-Cola.
Cheers.
Salud. Chuck.
Salute.
Salud, guys.
But the retailers are all around the country. We'll
Mhm.
have people from all over.
Yeah.
2,000 plus people will be there.
Oh my gosh, I
It's
can't wait for that.
Unbelievable.
The energy in the room.
Energy is
It's
amazing.
amazing.
The
It's
smoke
amazing.
is in the air.
Like
Yeah.
this right now.
Big
You
names
guys
that
got
are
the
going
vents
to be
on?
there. Mike Tyson will be there, I'm sure.
You guys got vents on in this?
We
Are you hotboxing?
we are hotboxing the shop right now.
Hotboxing that
Are
tree.
you hotboxing?
Tree.
I'm looking around like, man, it's getting a little smoker up in here. That's
But
funny.
Shout out Rabbit Air.
Oh no! Oh man, I like the rabbit air.
I
I
swear
have
this
a
thing
few of
isn't
them.
on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, where are they? In the humidor?
No, we don't even have Rabbit
We
Air.
don't
I'm
have
just.
Rabbit
Oh,
That was the first one that came to
But
mind.
they want to sponsor us, and you can't.
Oh yeah.
Sponsored by Rabbit Air. It's
Tell you
just
what,
there in the
They
air.
work. They work great. I have a few.
I've
of
heard
them.
really good things on them.
Yeah,
Really good
they're
things.
great.
But yeah, the exposure you're going to get is unbelievable. And I want to backtrack real quick because you were saying something about you blending your cigars. Do you blend all of your cigars? I wanted to go back to that.
I'm very hands-on when it comes to my company because a lot of the brands, when they get in, they kind of just let the factory do whatever, and then
Yeah.
they're just the guys on the ground. With me, I'm on the phone all the time. I'm going there. We're picking out what tobacco I want. We're picking out how I want to blend it. I might go back and forth a bunch of times on that blend to make it the way I want it. And then, the whole aspect, I'm very hands-on.
Yeah. And I think that's a good thing to be, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, if I want to build this as a legacy,
yeah,
I have to be.
they have to be good.
Yes.
And how do you decide your names or?
That's a good question.
I've always wondered.
No one's ever asked me that.
Oh, I've always wanted to ask that, and I've never.
That's good. Good.
Breaking news.
But yeah, how do you get your names for your like the Komodo? I understand because it's a bite, so that one makes sense to me.
So
It's a
I
bite
love
size.
history.
Yeah.
I love architecture. I love nature.
Okay.
And if you see all of the stuff other than the ones that I name after my wife or my son,
Mhm.
it has to do something either with history or nature.
I see.
The Komodo
Okay.
dragon,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I incorporated based on what that blend is, how it tastes, and I'm like, what does it make me feel like? And I'm like, man, this Cyrus is great.
Should name this one the Tree Frog. I'm sorry. I know it is, but that's just okay. We'll go right back. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
I don't even know who Tyler is anymore.
It popped up in my
I think
head.
it's the hot boxing that you're doing in here.
It popped in my head. I had to say it. It was a quick reaction.
So it really is, just my inspiration of history and nature and how I want to incorporate that into my names. Like I was smoking, my Connecticut one, and I was like, man, this is just a great Connecticut, and this is powerful for a Connecticut cigar. I was like, Cyrus. I just, I thought it was like Cyrus the Great. It's an Iranian, great emperor. I was like, I want to do that one because it's just a great blend for Connecticut.
Very mellow. Must have been a really mellow guy.
Wise King Cyrus.
What about the La Bella Victoria after my wife? What do you think of that one? My wife is watching, by the way, so you better watch. We already know what you think about my son. Call him the frog something. Okay.
I wasn't calling it.
Uh-huh.
I'll never do that. That would disrespect you.
Maybe if you made like a petite Corona, make it a Candela wrapper. There's a tree frog.
The Tree Frog.
That should be the tree frog. See? There's got to be a...
I don't know. It's got to be in Spanish or something.
Better yet.
Exactly.
It can't be Tree Frog.
Make it a
Tre
5 count.
froggy.
Tree Froggy.
Make it a 5 count box. Like a tin.
Yeah.
Tyler's face right on the front.
With the mustache.
With the mustache. The tree frog.
I love it. We're gonna do it. This is gonna be the Churchill's limited special.
So, what are some of your favorite tobacco varietals to blend with? Do you have like a darling leaf that you always come back to?
Yes. Ecuadorian is one of my top favorite tobacco. Like Ecuadorian Connecticut, Ecuadorian Habano, San Andres is another one.
Mm-hmm.
Between these, these are like the three that I always want to blend with.
Mm-hmm.
This is what my go-to.
I like that.
Obviously we have a lot of Nicaraguan too in ours, but those three are like my top.
Mm-hmm.
Have you used any shade ground in anything?
Not so much.
Not so much?
Not so much, no. Yeah, so we use a lot of, let's say, like that Komodo one that you're smoking, that's a San Andres.
Yeah.
You know, we have some Criollo in there,
Ooh.
and then we have a lot of Nicaraguan fillers. You know, a lot of people try to keep that to themselves, like as far as what exact tobacco.
But you have it on your boxes.
I have
I mean, you
most of it.
most of it, yes.
Yes, most of it. So if somebody wants to learn about the blend, I mean, it'll give them enough information to understand the blend, but it's very secretive.
Mm-hmm.
Understandably so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want
That's
to
your
give
secret
everything
sauce.
away.
Yeah,
That's
you
your
don't want
secret
to
sauce.
give that away because
Yeah.
it's easy to blend a cigar.
Mhm.
Maybe not for the average person, but someone from
For the
another
other
company,
factories.
yeah, other factories
The
easily
other
could.
factories, yeah. And they
Easily.
usually what happens is a lot of the factories, what will happen is they'll have an inside guy that will take some of your batch and they'll share it around to the other factories. They split them open, they smoke it, they try to figure out your blend and see if they can do a blend like yours, if it's that good.
Have you
Or,
dealt with anything like that, you think?
oh yeah,
Really?
oh yeah. I think everybody does.
Hmm.
You know what?
Yeah. So we're gonna start seeing the iguana pop up on the market.
If that happens, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you with a force like a venomous bite. Mm-hmm. No, no one would be that crazy, I think, to do that exactly. You know, it's a matter of, oh man, that's really good. Because I mean, think about me, you know, I smoke a lot of different cigars, you know, and that's just because I'm like, I want to learn more about the other blends that someone's doing, and I want to incorporate that notes into like maybe a blend of mine. So that's when we say, hey, I smoke this cigar, talk to my blender. He says, oh yeah, we can do it with these type of blends. I said, let's try it. Let's see if we can get something better than that blend. So there's a lot of that happens all the time.
And what do you typically smoke? Something lighter, medium, full,
All around.
all around.
I smoke it all.
What's your favorite though? If you had to pick
Like,
out of your line, your whole line,
uh-huh.
what would you pick if you could only smoke one?
Oh shit. Man, that's a tough one. Only one. If it had to be only one and nothing else after that, I would say the Connecticut Komodo.
Really?
Because I still get the mild type of flavors in there with the punch.
I see.
So I could smoke that all the time. That would be the one. If it was just one.
Okay. I understand that
You
fully.
know, because then I can get the punch with a lot of great flavors.
That smoothness still as well.
Mhm.
A little hint of cream. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm.
It's a good answer.
Yeah. What about you? Is it the truth?
Just out of your mouth.
Can't be the
Probably
truth.
the Pompeii.
No shit.
Honestly. That's
That's
the
very
smaller
unique.
Lancero, the normal Lancero. But I still find that like
That's the barber pole.
What do you
or
mean
the
it's a...
barber pole. I'm sorry.
Kick him out of this.
Yeah. The
He's
barber
been
pole.
botching this.
I'm thinking of too many things. I would smoke the Pompeii, the barber
Uh-huh.
pole.
Uh-huh.
Because like you said, you get a little bit both of the flavors.
Yeah.
But it's more on the medium side. I don't think it's full by any means.
Yeah.
But it's a good smoke all around.
You know what's funny about that one is that the strength is a medium full,
Mm-hmm.
but because of the way it's blended,
Yeah.
the taste profile, it makes it a good medium type of cigar.
Mm-hmm.
But strength-wise, that's a medium full cigar.
Medium full.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have to say, with that Pompeii,
Mm-hmm.
barber poles are hard to get right.
Mhm.
I've smoked a lot of barber poles,
Mm-hmm.
and they're usually like, it's 50-50. You know,
Mhm.
some are great, some are gimmicky and kind of crappy. They don't
Mhm.
really taste the best.
Right.
But that Pompeii, consistently, it's delicious
Thank you.
through and through. I've had guys that hate barber poles and
they
hate torpedoes.
love
They love
yeah.
that Pompeii.
Oh, that was John.
Yeah.
Or no,
No, not
John.
John.
What's the other guy that comes and helps you guys once in a while?
Larry.
That loves the
Larry.
whiskeys and scotches.
That's
Larry.
Uh-huh.
Because I remember I was
Shout
like,
out Larry.
Shout out Larry. Because I was like, you want a barber pole? Oh, no. I said, why? He said, I hate barber poles. I said, try this one.
Yeah.
He's like, fine, I'll try yours.
He does that thing when he likes a cigar and he's surprised by it. He goes, "This is good."
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, this is good. He's like, you want some whiskey? I was like, yes, thank you. Now he's giving me an offering. I love it.
Larry's our whiskey connoisseur.
Yeah, he had some good whiskeys.
What? Can you grab me a cigar?
What were you doing some hand signals there?
Oh my
I
God.
did not do that.
What in the world is happening? All right. I hope no kids is watching this. This is a 21 and older video post, right?
Apparently, this one is.
Okay, good.
Just trying to be quiet while you guys talk. See what gets me. A Pompeii?
Hey, look
There
at
we go.
that.
Now we're talking.
All right.
Make sure you ring that up as a sale. This is a sale. We're
He
gonna
already
make more
bought it.
Emami cigars. That's another.
I'll write it down on my page.
I love it.
This is for business.
This is business. Bro, I love it, bro. Yeah, that's a good one too. I mean, all of them.
Mm-hmm. I think I would pick the Petra
Really?
out of all of them because that, for one, that was the first one that I smoked after we brought it in, and I was like,
Oh my gosh.
this hits all the right notes for me. You know, I like a Maduro typically, but I like a Maduro that's nice and cocoa-y.
Yeah.
Not like sweet chocolate, but more baker's
Yes.
chocolate
Yeah.
with a balanced spice.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
not like
It has a hint of cocoa.
yes, a hint of cocoa.
Yeah, a hint of cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially towards the end.
Yes,
You get that darker chocolate cocoa-y.
Delicious.
Delicious.
You
I'm
might
take
even
back
call
my
it.
original statement and say the Pink Series Corona.
Ooh,
Actually,
that is a great cigar.
Yeah,
too,
I forgot.
point.
It completely spaced my mind when I was thinking of them.
You know, on the Pink Series Corona,
I think
Connecticut,
for sure. Yeah, so I think if I had to pick one of my favorites, it'd be the Corona Pink Series. Definitely,
Great cigar.
Wonderful Connecticut, and that is in the Connecticut. I like, not the Habano. Habano's great, but that Connecticut is just so smooth.
What's crazy is that I've had so many people approach me and say they love that Pink Series Corona more than the Cyrus. And the Corona is more of the budget series type of thing that we have.
Right.
So, it's still great, smoke and great tobacco, but our Cyrus is a little step up. And I have a lot of people that come and say they love it more than that, which I take it as a compliment. So I think we did it right.
Oh, yeah.
The Pink
That's
Series.
got to sting a little bit, though.
Maybe a little bit. A little bit. But I'll take it, because again, it's all about producing something and bringing it to the masses that people love. So if they love that more, great.
Make more.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're making a lot more.
Good.
I tell you what, those Pink Series are flying off. So
no joke. That Pink Series, I would put it right up there with an Ashton, Connecticut.
That is
in terms
exactly
of
what I would say.
profile.
Yeah. Smooth, creamy, best cigar ever.
Oh, thank you.
And that's an inside joke. That's my father's go-to statement for cigars. Just so you know.
Smooth and creamy, no pepper.
Smooth and creamy, no pepper. Best cigar ever. What I was saying with the Ashton, my favorite thing about that cigar is it doesn't leave kind of like that tobacco aftertaste. Yeah, that bittery taste. Kind of like when you drink a strong coffee, it has that bitterness. Same way with the Pink Series. Just so smooth to the point where you get those nice Connecticut flavors, but it just doesn't leave that aftertaste at the end. A great cigar for starters. Great cigars for veterans. I mean, it's good for any class of smoker, for sure.
And the ladies love it too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Love that one. And the size, I think, does help, because it's kind of a more petite style, so you get less filler with it too. So it just, gives you a better experience overall.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would put it on par with the Ashton, Connecticut.
I'll take it. Shout out to Ashton.
Shout out Ashton.
Yes.
We're coming for you.
We're coming for you. No, I really appreciate everybody in the industry because, in some way or another, they've inspired me. When I go to places and, even the reps, I go to them and say, hey, thank you for doing what you guys do. You guys inspire me. Oh, thanks. I'm just a rep.
Yeah, but they're putting in that work.
But it's one of those things that, you want to show their appreciation because at the end of the day, they have inspired me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do a shout out to Crocs, for example. I like how they did the whole theme with the colors, and it was just like, I was like, man, I love that style. And, I've incorporated some of that styling, and a little bit to my branding to kind of make it pop. And obviously it's totally different,
I can see that, though. You went with some pretty bright colors on some of your boxes, and
Mhm.
it looks beautiful on a shelf.
Thank you.
Very, very shelf friendly.
Yes.
I love
and it's
the QR
informative.
codes. Yeah, it is. And the QR codes, they can
Mm-hmm.
scan that and look up more information.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is, you did really well on it
Thank you.
all around.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I was thrilled when you finally got these boxes in
I
because
know.
they pop, man.
Oh man,
They're
it
wonderful.
has definitely helped. The branding, tremendously, and just I think a lot of people are really starting to like go towards it now more and more, just because it's popping more when you walk into that humidor.
For sure. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
It's very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. I like. We're gonna have someone coming after us. They're like, why are you using this? Why?
This Pompeii is so smooth. And I don't know if it's because I'm pairing it with a glass of whiskey,
Oh,
but it is so smooth.
that's whiskey.
Scotch whiskey.
Is it?
It's apple juice.
I don't know if it's because I'm pairing. Man, this cigar is so smooth. The Pompeii. I just realized what I did. The Pompeii is so. Man,
It's
this
creamy.
Pompeii-
Is it nutty and creamy?
Yeah, it is very nutty and creamy.
No pepper.
No pepper, no tree,
No
no
tree.
tree,
No frogs.
no frogs.
Cigar.
But it's a well-rounded smoke. It really is.
You know the whole story about Pompeii?
It was a volcano that
It
erupted
was a
Uh-huh.
town.
in a town. Yeah,
Yeah.
The town was Pompeii.
And
the town was Pompeii, but the volcano erupted, and now there's you can see people's shadows still, right, from the ashes.
Yes, yes. And it was like they found it years later
Mhm.
out of the ashes in the volcanic, ashes. Basically, they were like, going through it, and they're like,
Kind
oh my
of
God, the whole
lost,
town is
lost
coming
town
apart.
at one point, right?
Exactly.
Mhm.
So that was like the thing with the whole barber thing. I was like, man, that kind of resembles, how like the lava comes down and this great thing coming out of the ashes.
Hmm.
I was like, that could be
Wow,
that
actually,
could be the
it's
Pompeii.
never looked at it like that, but now that you say that, that is
Mm-hmm.
it's actually a really
Rise
good
of the
take.
ashes.
Yeah, that's a really
Pompeii.
good take. Then you got smoke coming from it, like the volcano.
Yeah, the rise of the ashes.
What about Petra? What's the origin on that one's name?
So Petra, the flavor of that, it has this bold but sweet cocoa-y taste, right? Like the way it makes you feel. When you look at Petra and Jordan, what kind of feeling do you get?
I think of the history
Uh-huh.
of that place, but the sheer magnitude of the architecture there.
Yes.
I've never been to Petra, but even from the pictures, I can imagine walking up to the gates through that
Yes.
narrow winding valley that leads to it and just looking up at it and just
So
being in awe.
bold,
Yeah.
so big, but at the same time so welcoming,
Mm.
right? So it was like that blend felt like that to me. And I was like, man, I'm going to call this one Petra.
Mm.
Because that's the feeling I get.
Interesting.
Well, it's all about feeling for me. If it makes me feel some sort of way, then I'm like, what can this go with?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to Petra?
No, I need to. I don't go to any of these places. I just research them and learn about them. Yeah. Yeah.
Because historically, it's funny, you think of it as a welcoming place, but historically, that was not a welcoming place at all.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that's interesting to me. Like the building itself,
Uh-huh.
for various groups of people throughout the years, was like a base of operations. At one point, the Bedouins even had it,
Mm-hmm.
and they would use the terrain and the architecture
Mm-hmm.
to pick people off.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have these narrow, winding valleys, and they can just perch right on top and shoot arrows at you.
Oh my gosh.
So it's fitting that it's a torpedo too, because you got that
I like
that
this.
pointy arrow.
I like this. This is why you're coming on the tape. So you can you'd be like, Amin, this is gonna be the torpedo because of this. I like this.
That's good.
That's good.
Let me rewrite the history for you.
Let me tell you the history, really. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly welcoming now. It's a big tourist spot.
Yeah.
I'd love to go there.
I would love to go to all these places, man. That would be amazing, and we will one day.
Yes.
You know, let's expand globally. Let's see if we can get around these areas.
Yeah, man. Show up in a little caravan.
They're gonna be shooting because they're picking us out.
Arrows ready.
Not welcoming at all. This is what I was telling you about. All right, we're gonna rename all of these cigars. Everything's gonna be changed.
Oh man.
The Alexander's becoming the tree.
Well, for
Petra's gonna be called, oh shit, I'm fucked. Yeah. Pompeii is like, that's hot as fuck. That's hot as hell.
Oh shit, Pompeii. Oh
Hot
shit,
as
it's hot.
This is hot as hell.
Oh man. That's gold.
Cyrus is like, that motherfucker's crazy. All right, what else?
oh man.
Oh,
I'm just tearing your world apart.
Oh,
right
you
now,
know.
brother. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, Alexander is a great legacy name, though, because everybody who's named Alexander the Great, you know, that's legacy.
Yeah, my son is going to grow up as Alexander the Great,
That's
the
right.
second.
Let's say,
You want to teach him the history?
Sure.
Tell him the history. Okay, listen, son.
all right.
Listen. I understand Dad called you Alexander. Okay? And the cigar is like this.
You need to conquer most of the Mediterranean by the time you're 25 years old. And then you'll probably die of syphilis. There you go.
Only then will he be great.
Only then will he be Alexander.
Okay, I'm going to rename your name, son. You are not Alexander at this moment.
You're learning a lot about
You
the
are.
history now.
We're changing your name. We're going to change the cigar. That's it.
Mm.
No dating until you're 18.
I'm Miami Cigars now.
Miami
Not even
Cigars.
Emami anymore.
Rebranding mid-show.
Oh my god.
That's
The
great.
amount of people that come to me and say, oh, Miami, yeah, I've seen you around. I was like, oh, in Miami? No, your name, Miami, right? I was like, well, I see
E.
Right.
Emami. I don't see Miami in there.
Maybe cigar smoking just makes you dyslexic.
Maybe.
You know? Like, how many times do people walk through the door here and they're like, you got any Olivias? It's like,
Olive oils.
there ain't an I in there. You know? Not at the end, anyway.
That's funny. Yeah, what are some of the other crazy names you guys have?
I've heard, I'm trying to think. I've heard some outrageous ones.
Manuela.
How does that
Mostly by me.
Hold
Me
on a
watching
second.
the names.
I just realized he took the wrapper off.
Oh, it's all
So how does
lava.
that Pompeii taste without the other
That's why I'm a little
wrapper
bit
on
more
it?
quiet right now. I'm fighting this thing. I'm a smooth smoker, you know this. It's a little bit more on the full side now.
You went full lava with that.
You want a Komodo dragon?
Mm.
No, no, that was fast.
Dude, let me
I
tell
thought
you.
that was your favorite one.
I think it is a phenomenal smoke, but it's not my phenomenal smoke. I tried it. It was kicked my ass though.
Yeah,
It is not for the faint of heart.
yeah.
And
The
that's
Maduro one.
true. The Maduro. Yeah. Oh, the Connecticut I could smoke. That
Oh.
one's okay. But the Maduro,
The little.
on an empty stomach, I was sick.
Oh my god!
But that was my fault.
You
Chris,
remember Chris?
he got sick.
Yeah.
Your dad, too.
Dad got sick. But that was our fault. We know better.
Well, that's why we gave it to him.
Yeah, that's true. We do
We're
what we
like,
God.
hey, this is going to be really strong. Try it. And he's like, oh, it's a Connecticut. It ain't going to be strong.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Next
Dad
thing you
tried
know,
the
he's
Connecticut.
back there.
Woozy,
Yeah.
sweating, drooling.
Yeah, he had to go outside. I
Yeah.
remember he's left. I was like, what happened to him? I went on. I was like, oh man, I just kicked my ass, man. This is man. You're not kidding about this Komodo.
All honesty, though, it's still mild.
You went from
Medium.
full to mild.
Well, no, I was joking about that.
He is the most dramatic up and down with
I know,
the pricing.
I didn't know if I was
go in there
sarcastic.
is like one day is $6, one day is this dollar, one day is that dollar. I was like, bro.
Speaking of pricing, by the way, So you're kind of in a unique situation. I don't know if we can talk about this very much, but
Yeah, we just won't talk about the actual price.
your
Yeah.
prices across the board are going to be a little bit better than everybody else in the Midwest specifically.
In Kansas.
In Kansas specifically.
Yes, because what I do is I pay the tobacco tax in Kansas whenever I bring the tobacco in or any of my products in. So that means that none of the shops in Kansas have to pay that. And that saves them a good amount of money.
That's a
And they can,
huge
in
deal.
return, put that towards the consumer, which that saves them money.
Mhm.
So I can be a lot more competitive.
That's a
In this market.
huge boon for
Yes.
retailers. Man.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes. Yeah, the Kansas market, you know, that's a cream of the icing on the cake for that.
Well, it's definitely going to help build your company for sure. Get it into more people's hands.
Yeah, and a lot of companies don't do that. You know, I chose to pay that. You know, a lot of the companies, like in my position, they'll be like, "Oh, let the retailers pay that tax." So, but what that does is that makes more work for you guys, and it also makes more money that you have to charge your consumer, and then in return, it just makes it go higher. And why? For me, it's like I'll eat that. I'll make everybody happy. My goal is to make you guys happy, the consumers happy as much as I can, because that's what this is all about.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Just building a friendship like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And we have.
Yes. I like you. You're my friend. You are my friend.
You are my friend.
You're my friend.
We're going to have our good friend Amin here at our Spring Smoker Fest.
All right, let's go.
And this is your first multi-vendor.
Let's go, man. This is the first. Man. I'm excited. I'm going to have some great deals exclusively for Churchill's. So we're going to make you guys proud. We're gonna make everybody happy, and all the other brands are gonna hate us.
Right. Blow them out of the
way. Why are you doing this deal?
That's okay. That is okay. I know one of our companies, they have something special in mind. Also, he goes overboard every time.
Yeah, because I have 300 free cigars for your VIP guys.
That's right.
VIPs.
That's right.
I'm going to give out a bunch of different nice cigars for you guys and some swag maybe and some, little things here and there. So
it's going to be a good time. And I mean, last year it was just fun to see everyone come out. It was our first year.
How many people did you guys, brands did you guys do last year?
Seven,
yeah.
So this year you're doing
8.
So you just went up one?
We went up one. We had to swap one as well. Christoph won't be with us this year, but Blackbird will.
Blackbird, okay. Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
But it'll be, last year just seeing
and
everyone.
Food, music, everything, right?
Seating, music, great deals, like you said. And just a great atmosphere.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's going to be a fun time.
And that's May
17th.
17th. And that's an all day, right?
All day event.
Noon to 5.
Noon to 5.
Yeah.
But
I tried to make it
I thought it was earlier than that, wasn't it? 11?
VIPs come in at 11.
So VIPs
technically you could say it's 11 to 5, but general admission comes in at noon. VIPs get their pre-party the night before, Friday night after closing time.
Nice.
So we'll be airing the blooper reel for you guys.
We'll close at 5.
Close up a little early, probably.
Close up around 5, I think, the day. But if the party continues, Keep it
going.
Let
the show must go on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Food trucks and everything will be gone by then. But we'll be out there.
What type of food trucks are going to be out here?
So I know we're going to have a barbecue.
City's Edge Barbecue. He's an award-winning competition barbecue man.
Oh, yes.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Phenomenal meats.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
So good.
Brisket, ribs, chicken, anything you can think of.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Flavor Wagons, our other guy who's coming out, he's got a really diverse menu. He does. He is of a southern style, but not really Cajun.
More like soul food, I believe.
Soul food, yeah. Soul food's a better way to categorize it. He was a big hit last year, too.
Very big hit. And then the lemonade.
Pop and Squeeze.
Pop and Squeeze, yes. They'll be here. Great drinks, great lemonade, popcorn, stuff like that.
Man, that sounds amazing.
And beer from Blind Tiger.
Yes,
another award winner.
I love that.
Local place as well, which is great.
Oh, I love that. Yep. Yeah,
all local.
Great.
We'll have you as a local, which is awesome. Love supporting the locals. And you're supporting us that day too. So it's great. We're helping each other out.
Let's go, baby. I'm excited.
Us too.
Yeah, we're gonna come back right from PCA, and then that's gonna be the next big thing.
It is, yeah, like right after.
Right
too.
after it, yeah.
It's coming up quick.
And then I'm taking a vacation.
Oh,
Well deserved. Yeah.
Oh, where are you going, Colin? Hold on a second here. We're going.
Going home.
Where
Just
are
gonna
you
go
going?
home and sit on the
Where are
couch
you
for a
going?
week.
He's going to Pompeii and Petra.
Don't shoot!
Oh,
Don't shoot,
shoot.
please!
Yeah, torpedoes are coming.
Dude.
That's funny.
Thank you for joining us today. Amin, it's a pleasure to see you as always.
Thank you so much.
Let the people know what booth number you'll be at.
It's going to be 1954.
1954. Come see my boy Amin. He'll have some of the best deals at PCA.
Absolutely.
I think.
Yes, we will.
I know.
Yeah.
I know he'll have the best deals at PCA.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Cigar Store Confessions. Till next time.
Have a good night.
Salud.